Well, what's up, friends? What's up, mi amigo? All right, so I made a video talking about how you're, how you are mentally, energetically, however you want to put it, before you go to the skate park matters, right? So if you're feeling anxious before you go skate, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling, um, whatever you're feeling, sad, whatever, frustrated, you're going to, depending on how patient, how much time you give yourself, that's going to bleed into the skate session, right? So if you're feeling, let's say, for example, very tired and you don't feel like skating, but you also do want to, but you're just tired, you kind of just want to think about what's something you can do in between that's going to give you a bit more energy. So sometimes for myself, that's walking. Sometimes, it's something like if it's in the morning, right now, um I'm just not feeling it in my body. So I'm gonna have a little bit of uh of a drink, caffeine. I'm actually trying to wind down it, so I'm just gonna drink a little bit. But point is, you want something, and maybe a stimulant like this isn't the best idea, but you want something that's going to kind of allow you to ease into the session the way you would want, right? But even when I'm in the session, I gotta be aware, or we should all be aware of how we felt so that we're not overdoing it, right? And setting ourselves up for failure. And so if you get to the skate spot, you get kind of eager to skate and you mess up a trick and it kind of stings a bit. It hits your it humbles you a bit. Allow it to humble you. Allow yourself to feel like you know like like you sorry, feel allow yourself to feel yourself easing into the session as opposed to, just trying to go hard and ignore how you feel, right? Whether that's tired, whether that's whatever you feel, right? And so think about as you do things before you're skating. What's up, guys? Whoever's here, what's up? Think about before you start skating, if you're in a state where it's gonna help you basically warm in or warm up to the session. So if you're feeling, I hear a lot of times people skate to have fun or because they're frustrated or they're just bored and so they want to go skate. If you're frustrated, be careful not to just go for something real quick. Uh, Always respect the warm up, or else you might actually bring that frustration instead of transitioning to something a bit more enjoyable or fun. So it's a little bit of a mental, take perspective you can have as you go into your sessions. And I thought I'd share that on here. I've already made a video. I should actually look up what the title was, but point is, be aware of how you feel before the session and make sure you're not setting yourself up for failure in that sense. Uh, all right, dude. Hope you're having a great day, my guy. Get it, guy. Wow, we got a funny crowd today this morning. I'm all for it. Last night was way more productive. Regardless, I hope you guys are not not really paying attention to the comments and more paying attention to the topic as far as you want to make sure you're actually setting yourself up right for the session. I'm gonna go skate right now and I'm thinking we're going live for that session. Regardless, we're gonna be um we're going to be we're going to be skateboarding, right? S I just removed the first person ever. Wow, that felt kind of funny. Um, yeah. So last night we talked about opening up to the direction you're going. Whether it's regular switch. For those of you who are here, I'm talking about skateboarding. Um, you know, how to be a bit more efficient and if that's something you're looking into, I watch the video, see what I talk about. I guess the context needs to be to understand what I'm saying a bit better. You had to have watched some videos already. So I guess I'm making you know, making a, I'm assuming an assumption that you guys already have watched certain videos. I guess also I can ask like what I guess what issues do you find when you're going to the skate session, right? That's a good question to ask. I think about learning how to skateboard as through the lens of asking questions or by asking questions. So, let's say I want to learn frontside heel. I got to think once I try it, what's working, what isn't. Is the board flipping too fast? Can I slow it down? How do I slow it down? How are my heel flips? How are my front 180s? So a lot of questions, right? And sometimes we get paralyzed by analysis, and that's not what I'm referring to. What I'm referring to is after you put in the practice or after every attempt, you kind of check in with yourself. It's going to be conscious, a little bit frustrating, but then as you get comfortable using or building this habit of asking questions throughout your sessions, um, and to be fair, actually, I think everyone does it, but if you can rewire it and have those questions, improve those questions, then it's going to feel so much better in a subconscious manner where you're already just kind of applying those answers as you iterate upon the attempts. So you try kickflip, it didn't feel good. You're not really going to think about it, but you're going to be asking the question of, oh damn, like was I low enough? You know, did I even try? Stuff like that. Let's see what's up with the comments. Appreciate you, my dude. Will do. Uh, oh no, we got another one again. Um, Definitely will keep it up. Check out some videos. If here's the time to suggest any videos you guys want to see, any topics you want covered, anything you want elaborated on. There's so much to say, and the videos only get better with with more context, right? I could teach you guys generally how to do a kickflip, but if depending on the skater, everyone has a different issue they need to kind of work on, or a different problem they need to solve. And maybe I can even say a different set of problems, right? Everyone has a different path, if we will. Let's see. I definitely do need chapstick. That's funny. I think I actually should, instead of buying chapstick, just stop drinking so much caffeine. Maybe it's dehydrating me a bit too much. Drink water. I've been trying to get not trying. For a while I've tried to build the habit of drinking hot water because it helps you digest better and just like it's healthier, I guess, for your body. Um, but yeah, I can't stick to that habit. So used to the coffee already. Yeah. So if you have any, suggestions or comments on the videos that I've been posting, that'd be super cool. Oh, I'm going to be offering 3 levels, 3 tiers in the memberships. So I kind of want to get a good sense of what you guys would like. Um, you know, I'm thinking for maybe the highest membership, someone you can leave. Uh, you know, you can ask for a video to be made, and I'll make it. Uh, maybe we can do that members only. Maybe it's something that's going to be published regardless. Uh, yeah, who knows? I do I do film a lot, so I'm thinking after every video, I just post it, right? Post it, and whenever I post it, that's when you guys are gonna have access to it until maybe a week later, where it would be kind of ready for everyone to see, the public, the general public of subscribers. I don't know, I'm just getting ideas. Definitely open to anything at the moment. Appreciate all of you guys, Mr. Kenobi. I actually do post shorts. By stunts, you mean skateboarding? I do post already a lot of shorts actually. Do you mean? Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, but uh, what are some ways you set yourself up right for a skate session? Yeah, I've been skating for 18 years. Sorry, bro. My eyesight is horrible. That's a story for another day. So I do need to get that closed. I'm so sorry if it gets you uncomfortable though. I'd be uncomfortable too. What's up? Zero Cool Ninja, what's up, my bro? Good to see your user here again, my G. Yeah, I haven't been on live, just been really dialed in with you know, I guess growing the channel through videos and focusing on that. It could be very time consuming. I've also been so much more occupied with lessons in person, and so it's kind of hard to do lives on my own outside because the screen gets dark and it's hard for me to see. So I really want to get on live when I can interact. So maybe that's someone holding the camera. Uh, but whenever I have that option, I'm using that to to film videos. So yeah, and I kind of like this where I'm either like starting the day off with a live or ending it. Kind of just keeps me uh dialed in with the channel. But yeah, I'm going to be a bit more on often, but I'm hyped to see you here again. MR Fitness hats. I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great. I don't know how long you've been here, but I'm just kind of setting myself up for the skate session, drinking a little bit of caffeine. I feel kind of insecure about sharing what I'm drinking. Uh, waking up, not waking up. I'm getting ready to go skate. We're gonna go film. Um, to be honest, I don't know what I'm gonna film right now. There's so many ideas going through my head. But I'm going to a plaza. There's a forest there, so I can possibly talk about, you know, how to get better at skating stairs. I can talk about improving your pop. I can talk about manuals. I can talk about flat ground skating, learning a new trick. Actually, I might do a part two of how to big heel because I learned that trick on a video. So many options. So many. We'll choose once we're there. My brother Brian's helping me, so shout out Brian. So I have vitiligo. It's like a skin condition. Skin. I'm not. No, I'm just about the coffee. It's a little. It's a joke, my dude. It's not serious. I'm drinking coffee. Definitely look like a cow, according to many. These comments are hilarious. No worries, my G's. Yeah, I just prefer to keep it on topic, but I'm here for a good time regardless. You know what I mean? Just you guys have funny usernames. And Mark Fitness Hacks, yes sir. Appreciate you, my bro. It's all good. We got a live chat right now. We got a live chat. I'm going through the comments. I'm going through the comments. Wait up, wait up. I don't think I'll be. Um. Also, whenever you go skating, don't rush into the hard tricks. You need to ease in, respect the warm up. I do a lot of videos on that actually. I just did one with some homie from Germany. Thanks, thanks, my bro. I just did a video on respecting the warm up with Ben Dillinger. It's yeah, he's now a homie, but a skater, pro skater who I've been following for has to be at least 10 years. Uh, yeah, he's from Munich, Germany. Ben Dillinger. It was cool to kind of pick his brain on how he goes about warming up. Yeah, Main no, main no, of course. I'll keep throwing them out there. Main no. I appreciate you guys commenting, watching, getting on these lives. Thanks. Path of Exile too. I don't know what that is, but I'm hyped for you guys. You get a chance to skate today. Go skate. Move the body. Hmm. Uh, I'll say. So, what's the difference between popsicle Huh. Oh, did you get the Dan Corrigan board? He has. So, okay, I think from what I understand, the reason why a popsicle one kind of helps the board flip a bit easier. The square one gives you a more stability on your pop. So, I would say tricks that don't spin, square, slides, way better. Squares are way better, I think. Uh, Yeah, so to lock for stability, right? And then the round one is for agility and ability. I don't even know if I'm using agility right, but it gives the like tray flips, vario flips. It makes them a bit more efficient, or at least that's what it's supposed to do. But you can do any of those tricks in a popsicle or a square. You know what, Brad? I actually don't stretch before skating. I do more like little myofascia massage. But definitely want to ease into it for sure. Okay, video flip flip into nose slides. That's actually a good one. I can use I can use some practice on that. Again, sorry guys if I'm a little too close. I need to be. One concept I do not actually. Tony Waring. Exactly. You get so much more than skating when you skate outside. So go go get it, my bro. Actually, the username doesn't sound familiar, my bro. Tony Waring. Yeah, I should make a video. Skateboarding builds, or yeah, skateboarding raises testosterone levels. Damn, that'd be kind of cool to do. I'd have to do it with another channel, someone who knows a bit more about, you know, hormones. Nice, 8.8. Wow, that's cool. Because I know Dan Corrigan on Powell, he did that. So, it's kind of cool. No worries, my dude. I would say try a tennis ball and massage the areas that feel tight. Just give it a shot. You won't regret it. Let's go. 38 and still ripping. In 10 years I'll be 30, 38. It's kind of crazy to think about. 10 years ago I was 18. Wow, gnarly. One concept. I'm sorry, my bro. I don't remember that username. I also don't have good eyes, so I might have just not been able to read that. I didn't say it out loud, I think. Yeah. But now I'll remember one concept. Let's go. Yeah, my bro. Kickflip. So flips to no slides. A lot of us overdo the wind so that we get into the no slide. It's just a slight opening from the time you pop, and you're not throwing yourself to the ledge. You're just opening up as you go for the pop. That's a little bit of what I would talk about. So little glimpse on the video. Let's go. Yeah, you want to make sure you're on the forefoot, my bro. Do not have those toes hanging off. On a push, do a push up. No, my bro, I can't. I'll do a kickflip later. Can't do any push ups. 53 and going strong, right? I don't know if you just came in, but I have super bad eyesight, and so I kind of need to get close so that I can, see what I'm pressing on. Because I have this device where it allows me to, I guess, poke at the message and it reads it for me. But I need to know what I'm poking at. But anyways, my guys, I appreciate you hopping on this live. I got some ideas. Flip no slides video. Something else that's going to happen is there's going to be memberships. I mentioned it already. Let me know in the comments of the videos what you would like to see in the memberships. I'm also going to repeat this question at the end of the video or the beginning of the video. But kickflip, nose slide, front or back, coming soon. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Ease into your sessions. Respect the warm up. Peace out. Subscribe if you haven't already.